Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Refuge from Narcissism. This refugee video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. Sorry I didn't get to videos yesterday. What happened is Charlene sent some flyers to print for the business. Tom got them. He wanted to get them out. It was a good opportunity. Went up, going door to door, putting flyers out. A lot of work. A lot of work. Also, Charlene didn't get out of the doctor's office yesterday until 2. She's got to go back for an MRI again today at 2:30. So we got a lot of stuff going on and getting the medication. She got prescriptions, medication. Things are pretty hectic, but I've had a few requests for balkanization videos, political videos, general no contact videos. So before we go to the doctor again, I figured, I didn't want to get into reading stories just yet. I only have a few anyway. And again, I want to dole these out. I'm trying to expand what the channel's doing, and people seem to enjoy me just talking. They want more of that anyway, of me just talking as opposed to reading. They want both, but I figured I'd do another lecture video. I know those of you who have been dealing with your narcissist for life or for a very long time and are either are no contact, and I'll say it. I'll say this. I understand you're tired, but none of us have experienced the terrible things the narcissist has in store for you if they are allowed to. You're tired, I'm tired, the narcissist isn't. The narcissist never tires. That's why they're terminators. That's why I compared them to machines. Because as mentally exhausted as you are, as I am, as all this is, you have to keep in mind the narcissist never tires. The Terminator is a machine. All it knows is how to operate to get what it wants at all times, and to punish severely those who don't give it what it wants. Those of you, for years, and again, I'm going to keep hammering this as to the why. The why are they like this? Why did they abuse me? Why are there so many of them? Why do they all act the same? Why me? It's not just you. It's all of society. What I just said about being tired and the narcissist not being tired, the narcissist never tiring, okay, is transcribed in my own words from an Alexander Soliensky quote. I understand. I sense you're tired, but you have not yet really suffered the terrible trials of the 20th century, which have rained down on the old continent. You're tired, but the communists who want to destroy your system are not. They're not tired at all. If that doesn't line up with your abuser, then you're on the wrong channel. For those of you who have been asking why are they like this? Why is it like this? It's because it's been socially engineered to be so. These people didn't pop up like dandelions or like weeds. They didn't just show up like a monolith in the middle of the desert. They were created. They were created. The thing that narcissists and communists have on their side always is time. Why? Because they know what is going on is wearing on you. And they believe it, they know it. It's a ticking clock until you break. And when you do, when you go back, it's 100 times worse, 1,000 times worse. What does the narcissist and the communist Marxist have in common? What do they want to reject you of? What do they want to deprive you of? Your free will, your independent thought, your independent opinion, your ability to live your life the way you want to live it. It is one in the same. Communism and narcissism. And just like communism has many branches, totalitarian communism, domestic communism, all these communists, they're not exactly the same. They all have branches, just like narcissism. NPD, BPD, HPD, anti-personal disorder. They're all one in the same. And what do they all have in common? They want to deprive you. What is their goal? To control you. I'm talking about westernized civilizations here. Some cultures we have learned they don't want freedom. They wouldn't know what to do. They don't want it. They don't know what it is. They don't know what to do with it once they get it. They want to be controlled. And unfortunately now, after 50, 60 years of communist indoctrination through the teachers' unions and the universities, you got close to 40 to 48% of these people who want to be controlled. Most people are followers. Even those who agree with us politically. Most are followers and want to be led. Now, you can want to be led and have the right political opinions, and that's well and good. But what if you're one of these people who doesn't want to lead and wants to be led with communist indoctrination, with narcissistic tendencies? Now, dealing with these two, though narcissism stems from, well, I'm talking societal narcissism. Obviously, narcissism existed before Marx in 1850 and all this. Obviously, narcissism has been rampant since the beginning of mankind. Obviously, but it used to be an anomaly. It used to be that those people were deemed sociopaths. What do you do when an entire generation was engineered to be this? The baby boomers. One generation dominated by narcissistic sociopaths. At the beginning of the fuse of Marxism, communism in this country, where I'm telling you it started. It's once they got Senator Joe McCarthy out, they had us. They had us. That generation has utterly destroyed the Generation X, has turned the millennials into whining, entitled, participation, trophy-seeking, raging infants who are now of age or in industry and in adult businesses, just bringing their childlike rhetoric and just spreading it around, and everything I do is great. And now you get to Gen Y and the Zoomers and whatever else behind it. It's destroyed. And I'm not even going to list the ways that these children are destroyed, because that'll get me kicked off. But we know what I'm talking about. The answer to your narcissist in your personal life is, was, and will always be no contact. No contact. That's great. Obviously. That's great, but what do you do about the communist? You can't go no contact with them because they got military authority, police authority, governmental authority, the DO, they're everywhere. Their little trolls are running around, looting, burning, destroying cities, just razing businesses to the ground. How do you ignore that? You don't. You can't. But again, typical rules of narcissism is the same as communism. You're not allowed to do anything about it. You have to sit there and you have to take it. They get to do whatever they want. You don't. So what's the answer? Exactly like the narcissist, the communist needs the altercation. They need the fight. They need the debate. So what do? You don't give it to them. You don't give it to them. Like I told you, when they call you fascist or totalitarian, whatever, you don't argue with it. You just smile at it and you shrug and you walk away and you continue doing what you do. Why? Because what's going to eventually happen? What's going to happen is, and I'll give you a great example, because I told you from the very beginning, these powers that be are in charge use these people like they're attack dogs. And they think they can control them, but they can't. If the attack dog has nobody to attack, and you keep training it to attack and riling this attack dog up, because it's in a constant state of agitation, they can't stop themselves. Well, who's the attack dog going to attack at that point? It's going to turn on their handler. It's going to turn on them, which is exactly what is happening. Perfect example. Take what happened up in New York City with de Blasio and the mandates. Okay, not making any judgment on anything regarding, yes, the mandates. Me personally, I think that's, pure totalitarian communism. Okay, well, there was a group of black women from Texas. They tried to get into a restaurant. I think it was an Asian restaurant, or it was definitely Asian hostesses anyway. They wouldn't let them in without a vaccine passport. Fight ensues. Brawl. They arrest the black women from Texas in New York City. What happens the next day? Black Lives Matter says, "Oh, fuck that!" And it's not just a couple Black Lives Matter members. It's one of their leaders. It's the ex prosecutor guy. It's one of the guys that makes the call. They're down there now screaming in the restaurant owner's face, calling them a bunch of racists, that they'll shut their business down. Now, who do you think these people voted for up there? Who do you think these restaurant owners voted for up there? And then Black Lives Matter goes ahead and says, if you try to implement these mandates on black people, we'll burn the whole city to the ground and shut it down. Why? Why is that happening? Because in New York, they've run out of people. They've run out of bad guys. They've run out. They have to create them. Now there's no one around. So now what happens? They all turn on each other. And like I said in my last video, and I've been saying, let it happen. Let it happen. When shit's going bad for the narcissist in your personal life, what can you guarantee is going to happen? One of them fucking flying monkeys who have been your enemy for life is going to be like, oh, you were right the whole time. Why? It's a trap. They're trying to reset the order of things. And why is it happening? Because you're not there. Because you're not there. And the narcissist can't shut it off, and the communists can't shut it off. So what are they going to do? They're just going to implement their tactics on whoever's available. Both of them. Let it happen. It's much harder to go no contact with society, and you can't do that. You can't just go completely into a hole when you're fighting these communists, when you're trying to push back against communism. Your personal narcissist, absolutely. What you do is you don't debate these people. There's no debating these people. Just like there's no debating your narcissist, because it's going to go nowhere. They both just want the fight. Because they're both empty and angry. Empty and angry and looking to just impose their will. And what's their will? What is their will? What do they want more than anything else? To deny you your independent thought, to deny you your independence, to deny you your ability to do what you want with whoever you want, whenever you want. That's the why. That's always going to be the why. And this goddamn guy is out there with the mother. I got a fucking small window, and he's out there with that goddamn leaf blower again. Why don't you fix the stairs? She didn't trip over a leaf, Joe, you dumbass. Oh, God. Woosah. Woosah. All right, everybody. So I got some more stuff to do today. I'll try to get to another video after we get back with the from the doctor. If not, tomorrow more videos. And again, the more I'm out on the road, the more my mind's going and I'm thinking. So I'm probably the channel might actually be a little more active with videos like this than the stories anyway, because the stories are what's really dark. But I still want them. Please send them in. Channel definitely can use some support. Everything could use some support right now. Starting a business is, another one is a service business. Thank God for Charlene, because she had so much experience with this, and Tom said, she's our best investment. So you got to get her better. All right, everybody, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you want yours, and thank you to Anonymous for sponsoring. Again, thank you, Anonymous. Thank you. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like me to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. And my man bun has horns. No product today. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Refuge from Narcissism. Take care.